fighter. There were no final questions from you. Step back to your corners, come out ready to fight.
All right. No need for a, if you want to touch gloves, touch now. Jason Herzog just looks over at the broadcast table and kind of gives a smirk of, I've got my hands full in here.
I feel sorry for Jason Herzog in this situation.
Nonetheless, our main event is upon us. And how about this? Marvin Vettori in the green figures to be the undersized fighter based on the events of this week. He has swelled to a -195 favorite. Paulo Costa is in the white as the underdog. Heavy leg kick.
You see the power from Costa straight away. Now the key for victory, I think, in Vettori is mixing in the takedowns. We know Costa, he's a banger. He's got a lot of power in every shot, as does Vettori. But Vettori has shown he can wrestle, he can take people down. If he does that, he's got 5 rounds to wear him down. But that was a heavy inside low kick.
Costa alluded to us earlier this week that there were some problems in his training camp. He would not elaborate. He said he would explain after the fight. Marvin Vettori pressing on him after the stumble from Costa.
Yeah, good counter there from Vettori on that kick. Knocked him down. I'd have to see the replay to see if that was a bit of a collision or if he really dropped him. But either way.
Be on the front foot here. And do what he does best. Body kick for Costa.
Nasty body kick.
Right kicks are so powerful. You hear the clinch up for the first time.
Now let's see if there's a noticeable size difference between these two guys in this position.
I mean, there is. Costa looks absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, you're right. There is. It's pretty noticeable.
I mean, it's not like Marvin's a small guy, let's be honest. They're both tanks.
And I think we agree, Michael, that the further this fight goes, the more it starts to favor Vettori.
Yeah, I think so. Certainly with the intensity. And we don't know the full story of the weight situation. You know, did he rest on his laurels? Did he not do the road work? These are always questions you have to ask when somebody doesn't miss weight. Or did he come into this and plan on doing this right from day one, knowing that Vettori would take the fight?
Right hand lands for Vettori. Oh, Costa returns one, man. It's a nasty right kick from Paulo Costa.
Ooh. Left cross from Vettori, who's now moving back. Costa fires another body.
That Costa's starting to breathe a little hard, and those right kicks aren't quite as powerful.
Nice counter.
Nice combination. Fired back. Fast hands. Yeah, every time Costa fires, Vettori fires back. With that straight left and right.
Yeah, not backing up, man. He's coming right for Paulo Costa, getting in his face, but being calculated too, not over swinging. He's blocking those right kicks. I'm sure they're hurting on the arms, but he's eating them.
I'm telling you, Paulo Costa's fading already.
Oh, bad.
He's along the fence, card high. Vettori stringing together a combination.
Yeah, good volume from Vettori here. Costa content to just sit there. Another big right kick.
I think Costa might plant himself on the fence and just say, let's fight in a phone booth here. I'll trust my power.
Oh, his gas tank is already fading, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. You look at the body language, some of the shots are more labored. He finds the explosion here and there, but not every shot. Every shot, some of them are slowing down. As I say, 20 pounds. It's a lot of extra weight. And what was the reason for that?
Vettori busier through the early going. There's the great equalizer if Costa lands an overhand right. Oh. Dips and throws to the body. Something Costa does well is mix it up at the top 2 levels. Stiff jab from Vettori.
You know, we talk about Costa's gas tank maybe showing a little signs of fatigue right now, but we've seen him against Yoel Romero. We've seen him have to grind and go and throw big volume. But moving up a weight class, and I can tell you, speaking from experience, when I moved up on short notice to 170 pound, your body just feels different. It responds different. You're so used to cutting down to that weight class.
There goes Vettori.
You're carrying more weight. Therefore, it's a tougher load on the body. Simple as that.
Good movement from Vettori.
You know, when I dropped down from 205, because I started my career there, when I came down to 185, my output was way higher. Obviously, I'm carrying less weight. You know, so maybe it's a plan that's going to come back and bite him in the ass. We don't know. Either way, fun round.
Second round coming up. Quick 30-second break. Back after this.
Jabbing on the body.
Get back.
5 fights have ended in the second round. Most of the time, he's emerging victorious. But of course, in his last fight, he was not. It was for the title. It was last year in Abu Dhabi. Head, body, leg strikes look like this. Look at Vettori's volume. More than 30 strikes landed to the head. Mentioned the body work of Paulo Costa.
Yeah, and not only ahead of the numbers, he seemed to have Costa hurt on a couple of occasions. Didn't last for long, but it certainly got his attention.
Good hand speed here from Vettori. I mean, that right kick is still pretty thunderous right now, and I think that's a strategy here, obviously, to attack that left arm of Vettori, but Vettori eating it, walking forward, landing some good combinations.
That was nice right hand there. Cross from Costa.
But he kind of rolled with it, you know what I mean? He took a little bit off of that with his
Nice job.
Well, Vettori's been in some grueling fights, and he has never been finished in his pro career.
I was just going to say, too, I'd like to see Marvin go to the body, and just as I was thinking that, would...
Big head kick from Costa, and then he goes to the body. Vettori is somehow still with it.
Vettori's got some chin. It's unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
Costa still mixing it up here.
Oh, Vettori.
Right.
Good movement, man. Paulo doesn't get this finish.
Yeah.
I worry about where the gas tank's going to be.
Man, Marvin Vettori is as tough as it gets, man.
Man, he ate that straight to the side of the head.
Yeah, he's as tough as they come. He never takes a backward step pretty much either, unless he's forced back. You know, he's not intimidated. He took this fight. He didn't even consider not fighting for a split second. And he's standing toe-to-toe with a fearsome striker, a powerful man, a dangerous man like Paulo Costa, eating head kicks and firing right back.
And if you're Costa, you got to start thinking, oh my gosh, what do I got to hit this guy with? And it just landed a clean flush head kick. Nice inside kick.
And you know, obviously coming up to 205, yeah, that's good for Costa because he never had to do the cut. But guess what? Marvin Vettori didn't have to go through a training weight cut either. So as we get to rounds 3, 4, and 5, certainly the championship rounds, look for Vettori to have an edge in the cardio.
Although, that being said, we keep saying that, and Costa does keep coming forward, landing these
I was just
combos.
going to say, he's having a pretty good second round here.
But as long as he can keep this sort of volume going, he's staying in this fight.
Well, as we said, the yo posted 1 second and then continuing to explode.
Oh, big left from Costa.
You don't want to take too many of them. That's smart.
First time they clinch.
Nice.
Takedown from Vettori with little resistance. 2 minutes to go, round 2.
Trying to get the wrist control. Costa's almost up.
He is still within the grasp, and now not anymore.
Yeah, it's a smart strategy though. Make him wrestle, drag him down, force him to stand back.
Oh, what happened? An eye poke? An eye poke as Jason Herzog immediately calls time.
Right here, please. You stand over here. Please. Right here.
Fingers outstretched.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be a fight-ending eye poke as Vettori taking his time to recover.
Out like this, you poked him in the eye right now. You cannot do this again, okay? How you doing here? You need a little time?
Fuck, a little bit.
A little time? Okay, 1 moment.
They'll bring in the doctor as a precaution.
Hey, come here, over here, please.
In front of his corner, but no coaching is allowed during a stoppage for a foul.
Not to do this, right? Okay.
Yeah, there's no way on earth. Marvin Vettori says, I can't continue. He does not know those words.
It's okay. Okay. He's got it open. All right, this way. Come here. You're grabbing his hands like this. I've already told you multiple times not to put your hands like that, okay? You just poked him in the eye now, okay? I'm going to take a point from you. Do you understand?
Okay.
Come here.
No.
Yes. Because you poked him in the eye. I already told you not to do it.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't argue.
Well, Paulo Costa's not the one in charge here.
Yeah,
It's Jason Herzog. So
He's
1 point deducted.
You don't get to call the shots here, buddy.
Hey, and with all the circumstances coming in,
Don't do it again, okay?
this fight was supposed to be at 185.
You good?
You decided not to have it there. You're not arguing these point taking away. Now Marvin's going to be pissed off.
Yeah, and that's huge momentum though from Vettori.
But that was also a good rest for Costa.
Massive rest, and that was a nut shot.
Well, some would hope referees take a point more often in a big set. He was warning throughout the fight. Big head kick for Costa once again.
Yeah, Vettori needs to keep that left hand high.
Man, Costa has such a fast and powerful right kick. It's impressive.
A whip.
For as big as he is, right, the way he whips that kick, I mean, it's great technique on it as well.
Vettori's going to rip to the body here. Back him up with the jabs, rip to the body. The body's open. Oh, nice.
Elbows and the guard high from Costa.
Body work from here.
Yeah.
Putting it together.
You're right, Michael. When he starts showing up top,
Yeah, Costa does a really good job of defending, but it's a super high guard. And as I say, exposes all the abdomen. 1, 2, 3 up top, bang, rip to the liver.
Significant strikes in round 2 in favor of the Italian.
I mean, I would be interested in knowing what Costa weighs tonight in that octagon because
Biggest guy to the fight.
the Costa is so much bigger.
3 seconds in the round. One more body shot from Costa. We'll keep it here.
all right, here's the right hand landed by Costa. And here's the head kick. He throws a feint right hand right of Vettori's head. Now here he goes for the same exact thing, but Vettori steps in as he goes to the body, and unfortunately, he extends the fingers out. He'd been warned already, and Herzog not playing tonight.
And I tell you what, while you're doing the replay, I was watching Costa. Vettori's on the feet the whole time. Costa sat on his stool with his entire team shaking out his arms, trying to rub some blood in there, trying to just gee him up and get him ready for round 3. And on the flip side, Vettori's landed more shots in this than what he did against 5 rounds against Israel Adesanya. Tremendous output.
So we enter the 3rd round. Marvin Vettori has already landed more strikes in this fight than he did in all 5 rounds against Israel Adesanya in his last fight, which was for, of course, the middleweight title.
Nice. Word the body.
Certainly a better round 2 for Costa than round 1. And he doesn't... He's still very much in this fight. 2nd time in his UFC career he's entered a 3rd round for Costa. The only other when he went the distance against Yoel Romero a couple of years ago in Anaheim.
Marvin pressuring forward well here.
I mean, this is a tremendous fight. It really sends a message to all the middleweights out there, other than Israel Adesanya, who's beat them both in their last fights.
Ooh.
But, I mean, what a war.
We've seen one takedown from Marvin Vettori, but he's not really using a wrestling attack.
Watch your fingers.
Wow.
Oh! That's a big movement from Costa in round 3.
Yeah, surprisingly fast, too. I mean, I missed it, but that was impressive. Oh, sharp left hand there from Vettori.
Keep pressing! Tira a cabeça e volta direto pro esquerdo. Puxa pro lado e volta, ele vai querer jogar. Pode cruzar com as duas.
Costa still landing.
Continues to walk him down. At this point, with him backed up against the fence, I'd think about sprinkling in another takedown. That's a really good way to mix things up. Some blood on the nose of Costa. Roy swinging.
They clinch up. Vettori back to the fence. Or backs him up to the fence, I should say. Under 3 minutes to go, round 3.
And the problem is, too, for this wrestling in this clinch situations, both these guys are so sweaty right now in round 3 that they're just sliding off of each other, basically.
It's a few in. Predominantly a boxing and elbow approach with a sprinkle of wrestling here and there. There's a nice body shot. And I think Marvin would be well served to throw in some kicks. Oh.
Vettori largely controlling the center of the octagon in this round. Combination.
Nice combo. And I like how Marvin's not putting every ounce of energy he has into every shot. Some shots are feeling out the process. Range finders. Then he'll throw a big power shot, but back off of it. Whereas Kosta, just big, powerful shots, whether it be kicks or punches. Everything has just lights out intentions on it.
Oh! Knee and a takedown attempt from Kosta.
Wow.
Thinking about a triangle there, but he's got to be careful.
Unlikely from Kosta, but he'll go grounded pound here with Vettori on his back.
Big shots here from Kosta.
Well, Vettori doesn't want to stay down.
Nicely done, though. He's going to watch the neck. Got to be careful. Kosta's looking for it.
Oh.
Guillotine. Vettori's out. I mean, so sweaty, right? So sweaty.
Yeah. You can see these guys are sweating profusely.
Because now he's on the bottom here.
Yeah, and that's just cost him the round as well, I would say.
Yeah, in the close round, that was a mistake.
Vettori controls him here for the rest of the round. They've got him 2 rounds to 1 and a point deduction.
And Vettori is no stranger to this position. On the ground, he's more known for his submission game than his knockouts, but he's most known for just making it a grueling fight that'll go into the deep waters with 30 seconds left until round number 4. This is a Marvin Vettori fight here.
Yeah, listen, he trains at King's MMA. They got no shortage of high-level jiu-jitsu. Amongst others, he's been training a lot for many years with Fabrizio Verdun. Very high-level jiu-jitsu and former UFC heavyweight champion, so the guy knows what he's doing down there.
Daniil Dariush also in his corner tonight. Excellent jiu-jitsu black belt, former big-time jiu-jitsu competitor.
Round 4 upcoming.
Look at the cardio. Straight back to his feet.
Instructions from the Marvin Vettori, Daniil Dariush.
You're good, brother. Yep, good.
And with a possible 10 minutes to go in this fight. They don't want to avoid standing right in front of Kosta and avoid those heavy power shots that the Brazilian is known for.
And straight away, Marvin takes the center, starts trying to push Kosta back, but that body kick is still there for Kosta. My God.
The good news for Vettori, though, is that he is the southpaw, so therefore, that wasn't to his liver. Had that have been the opposite stance,
oh, man. Yeah,
that could have crumpled him. Yeah.
Vettori, relentless pressure here to open round 4. Oh. Big left hook from Kosta.
Jab from Vettori.
Combination.
Real nice connection. He can shake it off all he wants, but those landed, they scored, and they hurt.
Yeah, Kosta's been the bad guy this week.
The jab there from Vettori.
You never miss a fight of either of these guys, to be honest.
And for Marvin Vettori, we've never seen him more motivated, and he has looked great throughout these 3+ rounds as well.
Yeah, and he talked about wanting to just have this be a stand-up battle and teach him a lesson. He hasn't backed up from that. There's been some wrestling exchanges, but Marvin has been more than happy to stand and trade.
Blood coming from the right eye of Vettori doesn't appear to be bothering him. Kosta's covering up along the fence.
Good body shots.
And Vettori's not letting him off the hook.
Oh my goodness.
To the body.
This fight's awesome.
Oh, no, this fight's incredible.
I mean, as promised, a lot of people already had this one circled on the calendar before all the surrounding drama. Oh, big right cross from
solid
Kosta.
shot.
Nice volume there, though, from Vettori.
Yeah. Not loading up, just putting out the numbers.
Halfway through round 4. And for all the questions about Kosta's gas tank as it goes into the later rounds, he is keeping up with it.
And even in the last round, in the third round, was able to secure a takedown. So
another combination from Vettori.
And you know, neither of these men have cut weight. You know,
right.
And that affects your gas tank. It also affects your ability to take a shot in a major way. Both of these guys never had to do that. They never had to drain the system. They didn't have to almost kill themselves in a sauna. And now we're seeing this kind of output, this kind of power, and this kind of war.
Vettori's finding a home for that left cross several times in this round, snapping the head back with Kosta.
Yeah.
Lets him fight on. Kosta doesn't want to stop. But Jason recognized it.
Oh, another left.
Man. But every time we think Paulo Costa is in trouble when he's backed up against the fence, he just throws a flurry and gets his way out of there.
This is the first time several times he's gone the 5-round distance.
Vettori's getting comfortable though, and the hands are getting lower. He does need to lift those hands up, because if one of those high kicks comes up, gets him flush on the jaw, that could be a real problem for him. There's a takedown.
It would loom large with 40 seconds to go in the round. Kosta playing some nice defense here. Keep in mind, there was a point taken from Paulo Costa early in this fight. And perhaps he didn't think it would come into play because Kosta's known for, if he's going to get it done, he's going to do it by finish. But we're just 25 seconds away from the 5th and final round now. Oh, and he kicked for Kosta again.
This body kick return from Vettori.
Yeah, there it is.
4 rounds in the books. A round upcoming between Marvin Vettori and Pablo Kosta.
Get back. Final round. Buddy, you ready? You ready? Let's fight.
Final round, and right back to business, and a big right from Kosta.
My goodness.
I mean, you got to think that Kosta is aware that he probably needs a knockout in this round. And he's capable of getting one as well. Look at the power he throws with.
The volume, the total strikes, the significant strikes, all in favor of Marvin Vettori, each with a takedown. They have each landed some power shots.
My goodness.
And just hung right in the pocket with one another for now almost 5 rounds.
Let's do 2 more rounds just to be safe.
Yeah, right. The point deduction came in round 2. Body kick from Kosta that had a soundtrack.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like you're hitting the Thai pads when you get that snap. Generally, you don't get that on the body. Oh, solid job. And again,
Jeez. Oh, beautiful body shot.
oh, that's
Starting to feel it here.
See, Marvin's got a head made out of granite, but the body can only take so much. That's a smart move by Kosta.
Kosta's punishing the body with those knees. With those kicks.
Takedown attempt briefly for Vettori.
I mean, what a fight this is. How can you not appreciate what these guys are doing? This is incredible.
This distance. Clinch him up for a little bit. Reset yourself. This would be big if Vettori can secure a takedown. But Kosta's been hard to take down throughout the course of this fight.
Even if Vettori doesn't get it to the ground, though, pretty valuable time here along the fence where he's not eating body kicks. Costa 8-1 in body strikes just in the opening 2 minutes of this final round. Now they separate.
I will say this though, as tough as both men are, the human body can only take so much. You know what I mean? Before it gives in, before the brain shuts off and says good night. So this is an incredible fight. I'd like to see a little bit more defense from both men. And Kosta, he's pulling on the pressure and he's ripping to the body.
I'm so impressed with Kosta's ability to push through what looked like fatigue early in the fight, but still throwing absolute murderous kicks, big shots to the body, and obviously Vettori, whose chin is unbelievable.
Yeah, the toughness that this guy has.
Not just that, the body shots he's taking. There was some solid body. Of course he was, but he kept that internal. He never showed. He had the poker face. And that's what you need at this level of fighting. Because as soon as you let on that you're hurt, your opponent's going to jump all over you.
Another kick to the body. There's no secret to the game plan in this final phase of the fight for Pablo Kosta. Vettori answers.
He's slowed down a bit though here. Marvin's definitely slowed. I gotta think the bodywork is partly to blame for that.
Just the size of Kosta tonight.
He's massive. Absolutely massive. Vettori needs to attack. He cannot stand there and let Kosta lead the dance.
He's got to press forward. He's got to try to clinch him up, push him up against the fence.
He has to make Kosta react.
Final minute of the fight. A lot of sweaty palms for Marvin Vettori fans.
I tell you what, the noise in here is unbelievable. Could you imagine that? Wow.
There he goes. That's what Marvin's got to do. He's got to try to press Paulo Costa back a little bit here.
He touched that one. I think if it goes 25 seconds, Vettori wins.
Clinch for Marvin Vettori.
Very smart because, as I say, he looks exhausted. And Kosta needs a knockout. He knows that, and he's throwing, looking for the knockout with every shot.
Final seconds, I'll be interested to see the response from each of these two guys after 5 hard rounds inside the octagon.
Ate that. Went to the body. There it is, to the body as well. And he just never stopped walking him down, never stopped with the output. We had 1 point taken for the eye poke after he was warned. Vettori pushes forward, lands his own work, had higher output, finished a lot of combinations with knees. We saw Vettori sprinkling some takedowns. Kosta got a takedown of his own. As I say, an absolute classic back and forth. That body kick, the sound that made when it would connect. Here's Kosta backing him, Vettori backing him up. 1-2 lands. The only thing I would have liked to have seen is more body shots from the courage that he showed. And both men, to be fair, it takes 2 to tango. As I say, an absolute classic. 5 rounds of non-stop action. 5 rounds of knockout blows coming from Kosta.
Here's a look at the numbers. Head strikes more than 150 for Marvin Vettori. Pablo Kosta is known for head and body. Threw in some leg strikes as well, did Kosta, but the numbers vastly in favor of Marvin Vettori. All right, UFC 268 is right around the corner with an absolutely stacked card from start to finish. Get things started with the early prelims on UFC Fight Pass and watch the best of all the athletes on the main card with the largest combat sports library in the world. It is only on UFC Fight Pass. All right, back to the here and now. All that's left is a decision from the UFC Apex, and this official decision is brought to you by Back for Blood. Available now, rated M for mature. One final time, Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have it 48-46 for your winner by unanimous decision, the Italian Dream, Marvin